Hi, and welcome to Strap a Watch in the Michael Knapp Leather Studio. I am Michael Knapp with Michael Knapp Leather. The Beast lives. That's what Oisin O'Malley called the first strap that I had made for him. A black alligator strap upper, shell Cordovan lining with an original Omega deployant clasp, single point deployant clasp. And so you can see this strap. It's an amazing strap, you guys. I had reached out to Oisin back February of this year, 2020, and to just say thank you and to let him know, I'm a huge fan, but he had helped me out with my channel huge when I was starting out. And, to say thank you, I told him I want to make you a strap out of anything you want, for any watch you want. And he had chosen this black alligator. So I made him the strap, shipped it out to him. And this is back when he was living in Vicenza, Italy. And he never received the strap. It was right when the Italy lockdown happened. And they weren't in a shutdown, they were in a lockdown. You needed papers just to go to a grocery store. I mean, you had to have good reason and cause. It was really amazing. He did some videos and updates on them as well. So he dubbed it the Beast. Okay, he had grabbed some screenshots of that original strap that I had made for him, put it on a playlist on his YouTube channel, and dubbed it the Beast. And ever since that episode and subsequently, I have had literally dozens of guys reach out to me to make him the Oisin O'Malley strap, the Beast strap. And I'm going to go into the second half of today's show, the backstory on the Beast and the two other straps that I made for him, because there is a backstory to this. I don't think it's ever been really announced publicly what had happened, but today you're going to find out. And so just to show you how cool a guy, with Oisin O'Malley, most of you, if you don't know, he's an old rocker. He was in a band with his brother, his cousin, and I think the lead singer was another guy, I'm not sure. Mr. North. Mr. North was the name of the band. One of his last episodes he put out was a dedication to Eddie Van Halen. So rest in peace, Eddie. I was never a huge Van Halen fan, but sure loved Eddie Van Halen's guitar playing. He was one in a billion, man. So Oisin actually and Mr. North, the band, they toured with Van Halen. He talks about that. They toured with Journey and Bryan Adams and several others. And so it's pretty cool. Oisin's just a really good guy. His watch collection is amazing. So, but for him to do what he did for me, so check this out about the Beast.
Welcome back to the Timeless Watch channel, guys. As always, first thing, before I get into anything, what am I wearing? I am back on the Speedy 1988 tritium dial 861 movement. I've moved over to the black strap. I was wearing a brown one on that unboxing. When was it, last week or the week before? I unboxed the Rolex Batman, and some of you were interested in that strap I had on. It was the Michael Knapp strap, the guy from Strap a Watch. It's a cool YouTube channel. Go over and check it out. Give him a sub. Why not? He's a great guy, and he made me some cool straps. These are really nice custom straps. He takes your measurements and all of that stuff, and you can tell him exactly what the watch is, give him all the details, and he custom builds the strap. It's like getting a custom made pair of shoes or a suit or something. It's amazing. Great thing about this one is he actually fitted it with an Omega deployant. Look at that. It's a really nice one. And he sent me, he actually originally sent me, the first one he sent me got lost in the mail. It eventually showed up for months. We thought it was gone. So he actually sent me some replacements. God bless him. Great straps, beautiful stuff. Go over and check out his channel.
So is that cool or what? What a guy, and he did two other videos on his channel. and highlighted and plugged me and my leather strap business on the other 2 straps that I made him. But that was the actual beast strap that he had on. And on today's episode, what you're going to do is see me make a similar beast style strap out of brown alligator for yet another Omega Speedmaster. And it's a single point. It's called single hinge deployant clasp. They're very different than your traditional deployant clasp in that the buckle end fits underneath. I'll tell you what, I've got Allison's Speedmaster. I just focused on this yesterday's show about monetizing the channel, and thank you guys for understanding. I got a lot of great feedback from you guys, especially diehard subscribers, totally understanding. I mean, this is part of the game. And I showed, unboxing this a little bit, her watch. She had just sent it to me the other day. And this is going to be the highlight and focus of next week's show. But just for demonstration purposes on a single point Omega deployant clasp, because hers came with it. So here's her watch. Okay. And here is the Omega single point deployant clasp. Now, when she got this off of Chrono 24, it was in Italy, all right? And there is some international shipping out of Italy that they couldn't send it with the real original alligator skin, exotic skin strap for it. So they sent just the head, and then she bought this kind of cheapo strap, so it has a keeper on there. This style of strap should not have a keeper. But you can see what happens is the point end actually gets tucked underneath the buckle end. So, okay, and you saw that within Oisin's strap as well. It's a very clean look, very difficult to build out, and can be, if you don't know what you're doing, a little bit tough to adjust and until you really know how. I always give kind of an explanation. So, yet I had this guy, his name is Jim, out of St. Louis, Missouri, about 5 weeks ago, reach out. I want the Ocean O'Malley strap. And he's like, oh boy, I mean, I can't tell you how many guys I got to kind of talk out of this. I've made several, not with a shell Cordovan lining. I tell all of them, no, I'm not going to do that. You're talking over $500 just for the strap. And they think I supplied the Omega original deployant clasp. No. I paid $250 for that one for Ocean. But here's, in all honesty, what I had done. I had originally bought an aftermarket, similar, deployant clasp, aftermarket, third party, not an original Omega deployant, for about, I think, $30 on eBay. And as time was going on, this is before I bought the original, I'm building out this strap. I know it's for Ocean O'Malley. I know it's for a Speedmaster. I'm making it out of alligator and shell Cordovan, and I'm putting on a $30 cheapo aftermarket clasp. I just couldn't do it. So I put that away. I got him the original, and that's what I shipped to him. So lo and behold, what I had done for this gym in St. Louis is I talked him out of really doing that style of strap and going with my traditional butterfly stainless steel deployment clasp. My deployment clasp are called Fluco deployant clasp. They're a butterfly style. They have 316L stainless steel. They're made in Germany. Fluco's been around for about 70 years. So I believe since the early 50s. So coming up on nearly 70 years. Real high quality, and for the value I charge currently is $50 for a Fluco strap installed on the strap, for a clasp on the strap when you get it. So it's a good value. Sure beats $250. That's for stainless steel original Omega deployant. I've seen them about $450 for titanium. So, I've had guys go, well, that's more than the strap. I know. And so with Jim, I talked him out of it. And then what I did is I made him a traditional strap with a Fluco deployant. So here's the one that I had originally made for him. But subsequently what I had done, because I know And, you know, in talking with him, he really wanted this Omega, you know, deployant on there. And I told him, you're going to have to just get one yourself. That's what all the other guys do. And then I remembered, oh, I've got that original third party here. Let me see if I can find it. I found it after this was all ready to be shipped. Okay, all ready to be shipped. I contacted him back and I said, Jim, listen, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm making you an Ocean O'Malley strap. I've got this third party buckle that I'll never use, this clasp. I'll put it on your watch for you and I won't even charge you extra. He's like, oh my gosh. I said, but you know, this one was ready to get shipped, so you're gonna have to just be patient. So by the way too, this is my new boxes that I just had custom built for my straps. This is how they come. So it's hot foil embossed on the lid. I always put in a card or two, so I've got my business cards. The reverse side has strap a watch, it's pretty cool. And I always have a write-up of whatever leather it is or alligator skin you're buying. And it has the warranty information, the 30-day money-back guarantee, the care and maintenance, all of my contact information. So it comes just like this. And when I package them, it's all nice and safe and sound and protected. And it comes just like this. And then I put the lid on, and that's ready to be shipped just like that. Okay, so that's how straps come, just to let you guys know. So on the second half of today's episode, you're going to be seeing me build out Jim's Beast style strap. And it's pretty cool. Stick around. After the intro, we'll get right into it. Thank you so much for joining me today on Strap a Watch. And here you're seeing me unpackage this dark brown grade 1 alligator hide, beautiful hide. You'll see I've already had a couple of cuts out of it from some previous orders. And, you know, lately I've only, probably the last 3 or 4 months, I've been getting all of my alligator skins through American Tanning and Leather LLC out of Griffin, Georgia. USA, the family-owned and operated company since 1923. The hides do cost quite a bit more, but by far superior tanning. They're just superb. I've utilized all kinds of other suppliers, and they are by far the best. So that's all I get is the absolute best that I can find. And the grading system goes 1 through 5 on alligator skins, just so you guys know. And it has to deal with the size of the scales and the overall quality of the skin. So on a watch strap, you need smaller scales. You can't have big scales on a watch strap. And so that's grade 1, or what's called grade 1/2, kind of an in-between a 1 and a 2. Getting into number 2s or 3s are much too big of scales. So I can only buy grade 1. Of course, that's the most expensive. And also the pricing goes by the size of the alligator hide. It's sold by the centimeter, the square centimeter, and it's very expensive. I think that hide right there was $450, and you saw how small it was. It's not a very big alligator, where the other grade 1 that I had purchased and showcased recently, it was, I think, 49 or 53 square centimeters, very much larger size. This one I think is 27 square centimeters, and I paid $1,500 for that. But I mean, you're getting about twice the amount of skin out of it, and it was a far superior product. Perfect alligator hide. $1,500, yeah, it's too much, I think, but man. So I told you guys, as you're going to be watching me do this build out for Jim's B-style strap, that I'd be sharing the backstory of what happened with the original B strap, because even Ocean had stated it kind of got lost in the mail, right? And what had happened, you know, I reached out to him in February. He took a couple of weeks really thinking about what he wanted.
And when he wrote back, he gave me his measurements. His wrist is a larger size wrist. He wanted the strap built pretty beefy, pretty robust and masculine, to match the masculinity of the actual Speedmaster and the dial and the head of that watch. It's a kind of a manly sized watch, and because of his wrist size and everything else, that's what he requested. And that's tough because you're having to get this point end very thin to get into that feeder of the deployant clasp to actually then go into the buckle holes. That has to be super thin, about a millimeter. So you're going, really on this strap was about 4.5 millimeters thick at the lug, and through the point end I had to only make it 1 millimeter. It's very thin. So that always makes a challenging build. So what had happened is I finished with the strap right at the beginning of March, and I shipped it out to him. And I did not get signature required. I had never had any problems. I've been shipping international shipping for years, not one problem. And it finally said that the delivery date was on March 31st, and I hadn't heard from him for a few days, so I think it was by about April 3rd or so. I emailed Oisin and I said, hey, did you get the strap? What'd you think? And he said, no, I didn't get it. And I said, oh, it says it was delivered on the 31st. And he's like, oh, no, I didn't get it. Did you get it sent signature required? I said, no. And he's like, oh, man, the system here is really bad. That was right when the lockdown kind of started. And I was devastated, man, you guys. I mean, honestly, I was really devastated. I didn't know, about their system and how it all works. And he even said, more than likely what had happened is probably just dropped off at the front door. And a homeless person got it. And he looked around, and I felt so bad. I said, listen, I'm going to make you another black strap, and I'll send it to you as soon as I get caught up with some of these orders. I was really busy at that time. So then I made him another black one, and I got to thinking, because my browns are just so beautiful. I think, my personal opinion, is my brown alligator straps, to me, are the most beautiful straps that I make. They really are. They're so beautiful. And so I shipped the two new ones out to him. I did not have Omega original deployant class on those, to be honest. I just sent them with a kind of an antique traditional buckle on the brown and a Fluco deployment clasp on the black, the newer ones. That's how I know when I see the beast. It has the actual original Omega deployant clasp on it. So that's how I always can tell. Well, this is all dealing back when he was living in Vicenza, Italy. And then he subsequently moved to Venice, and apparently he had some loose ends he had to tie up in Vicenza, and he went back, and I think he had to meet with his landlord, and that's my understanding. And all along, I believe it was the landlord had the strap the whole time, so that's how he ended up getting it back. I mean, months had gone by. And here he finally gets it. So, I mean, I was tickled pink. I'm glad he's got 3 of my straps. It was never the intention. By the way, that is my Omega Seamaster. That is not Jim's watch. This is not the watch that this strap was made for. You're going to see the email here shortly that Jim had sent me when he received this strap. I did this strap build out last week. There it is, getting ready to be shipped. And I shipped it to him. He got it just the other day, and he sent me this email saying that it's absolutely perfect. So I think it's gorgeous. I'm glad I did this for him. Well, thank you so much for joining me. There's the email. Just got it. It's perfect, Michael. I appreciate you all so much. God bless you, and until next time, keep on ticking.